Good morning, guys. I am on the, I forget the name of this trail, Vickery Creek Trail in Georgia. And I thought with this beautiful scenery, what a good time to share my God story, one of them called Subway. And Subway is the food chain restaurant that I'm talking about. One day, years ago, I had paid all my bills. After I had paid my bills that time, I remember thinking to myself, you know what, God? Please point out an opportunity sometime in the next 2 weeks where I can be a blessing to somebody. It'd be really cool if you just kind of pointed that out for me. And I prayed that prayer and I forgot about it. I just went on about my day, and several days passed. And one day I went to Subway for lunch. And I'm in line, and there's a long line. But there's this family in front of me, a father, mother, 3 little ones, and she's holding a baby. And the little kids are just rambunctious or pulling on their mom and dad. Can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get this? Mom's chill, but dad's like the opposite. He's covered in paint from head to toe, pretty much. He looks so irritated. He looks so tired. I just remember looking at him and his kids pulling on him. Daddy, can I get a cookie? Can I get a cookie? And he's just kind of like not even answering. He's just like, yes, yes. And waving them off and kind of gently pushing them off. He's just so tired. And at that moment, the Lord nudges me. I want you to buy their meal. Oh my gosh. I remember praying that. Absolutely. But I was a little nervous because the dad looked really upset and not someone who, he looked like someone who did not want to be bothered with at all. And so I went to the wife and I gently kind of nudged her and said, ma'am, oh gosh, my nose. And I said, the Lord told me to buy lunch for your family today. Will you allow me to do that for you guys? She's like, oh, that's so sweet. Why don't you ask my husband? Oh God, it's one person I'm trying to avoid. So I walk up to him. I said, sir, the Lord really impressed on me to buy lunch for your family today. Will you allow him to do that through me? He just looks at me and he's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I said, okay, thank you. And I just get back in line. Oh my gosh. So the whole family, they ordered their sandwiches. The kids are still asking if they can have cookies. I look at them. I said, kiddos, get the cookies you want. All the cookies you want. And the mom just gently and lovingly looked towards me and says, thank you so much. And they go and, I go to the cashier, young man. I said, hey, this family here, I'm going to pay for their meal. If you could just wait for me to place mine, I'll just pay all of it together. And he just nods and I get back in line. So the entire family orders. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm from Texas. I don't have heels like this in Houston, and I'm out of breath. And the wife is the one who is more like grateful and looking at me and keeps whispering, thank you, thank you, thank you. When they all grab their meal, he just kind of looks at me and nods, and they sit down and they start having their meal. Either way, okay. This is funny. The young man at the cashier, when it came time for me to pay, he's probably, I don't know, 18 or 19. His eyes are a little watery. And he's like, "What? Why did you pay for their meal?" I looked at him. I said, "Oh, sweetheart," I said, "I bought them meal because I believe in God, and he talks to me. He communicates with me. He told me when I got in line to pay for their lunch today." I said, "Sweetheart, you're so young, and you're gonna be bombarded by so many avenues, either television, music, friends, peers, family, to not follow the ways of God, to not waste your time believing in God." I said, "But Jesus is truth. He is literal truth. He is the one that speaks to me." And said, "He can speak to you as well, love. All you have to do is just believe in your heart that he lives." And I mean, I saw that teardrop on his face, and I gave him my credit card. He took it, he paid, and he walked away. He went to the back. I went to go get my drink. And while I was getting my drink, this woman was seated with her son having their meal. She walks up to me with tears in her eyes. She says, "Honey, I witnessed the entire thing that happened. You paying for this family's meal, you ministering to this young man, and there were so many times God has asked me to do something, and I didn't go through with it. And I can feel the presence of God in this place because you did what he asked of you. And I just want to tell you, and I want to tell the Lord, give me another chance, God. The next time you tell me to do something, I promise I'll do it." And I'm just like filling up my cup with Dr. Pepper, looking at this woman's, tears. And I didn't really have to say much to her. She's the one that did all the talking and hugged me and went back to her table. Okay, there's that way. There's that way. And there's that way. I'll choose in a minute. Good grief. And finally, I grabbed my drink. I grabbed my sandwich. And I'm about to walk out the door. And the first family, they're already walking towards their car. But he sees me step out, the dad, that angry, frustrated father. And he comes, he just sees me, and he literally starts walking towards me with his arms, both arms out. And as he's walking towards me, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I mean, he has tears flowing down his face. And he just comes towards me and he embraces me full on, just hugs me. Oh my gosh, my heart could have exploded. And while his head was right here, so many things started coming out of my belly. I believe it was God. I think I said things like, he loves you, he loves you. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter how far you've strayed. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. He just wants you to know that he wants you to talk to him again, that he wants you to draw closer to him again. He wants you to know that he misses you. He wants you to know that he wants to be there for you and your family in every single possible way. He wants you to know he's still with you. And as we're hugging and I'm saying all these things to him, his head just nods. And I can feel wiped his tears on my shoulder. And he just pulls back. He looks at me, and all of that anger and frustration that I saw when I first arrived melted literally away. He just smiles and he says, "Thank you." And he turned around, walked away. I sat in my car. What the heck just happened in Subway? Oh my goodness, I wasn't even hungry anymore. I was just in awe of God. I couldn't believe that he showed up at Subway and ministered to 3 different people. 4. First of all was me. I was just in awe of him. The gentleman covered in pain, so frustrated, so angry. The young cashier, curious. And the believer at the table who's been nudged several times but didn't want to do what he asked. It was a beautiful day. That's my Subway story. I love it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Bye, guys.